From now we are going to see every HTML element in depth, and also we are going to know why we use those elements and how we can embed other elements in that particular element and all. Firstly, I will discuss about heading and paragraph tags in depth. Firstly, we are going to see about HTML headings element. So why we use this means, if we take some example, like we want to create some presentation. In that presentation we are going to keep some headings, right? For that, for main heading we are going to take some font size. While going to some subheading, we are going to reduce that font size. Okay, we are going to separate, show the difference between those headings, right? Like that only we are, when we create a website, we are going to take some headings with these we have some headings, that is H1 to H6. Those contents of some different font sizes. So by using that, we are going to keep headings in our web page. Okay, HTML headings are title elements used to organize web page content into different levels and sections. So when we create one section, we are going to keep some heading for that section. After that section, while starting another section, we are going to keep some heading. So to separate those sections, we are going to use these headings. They create a structured content flow that helps users and browsers understand the importance of information on a web page. So if you want to highlight some topic, so for that we are going to use some heading, that is H1 to H6, whatever the heading we want, we are going to use that heading, and we are going to highlight that content. Okay, for that we are using HTML headings. Headings are created using H1 to H6 tags. As I mentioned before only, HTML headings are H1 to H6 tags. Why headings are important? HTML headings helps to organize web page content clearly. As discussed before only, we are going to separate some sections in our page or in our website or whatever the thing we want. We are going to separate some content by using these headings. In that way, we are going to organize. We are going to organize our content, web page content. Separate topics and subtopics. For topics, we are going to use some heading. That is, suppose we want to use H1 for topics, we are going to use H2 or H3, whatever the thing we want, in subtopics. So that for topics, it's going to get some bigger font compared to subtopics. Okay, improve readability. When we read some page, suppose I am going to read this page. Here I have taken this heading, right? When we see that page, we are going to get that is the important topic, right? We are going to clearly know what is the important topic, or where we have to read and all, by using these headings also. Create content hierarchy. To look good, our web page or whatever presentation or whatever thing, to look good, we are going to create main headings by using some font. If I used suppose I used 16 font size for main heading, I am going to decrease that font size to 14 for subheading. And also I am going to if I want to get some other heading in that subtopic, also we are going to get some font like 12, so that we are going to get some clean and clear hierarchy for our content, right? Help search engines understand page structure. If we take some search engines like Chrome or whatever the thing, Chrome or Microsoft, whatever the help search engines we are taking, is going to understand the page clearly structure. That is, it is the heading. So the topic is going to start here and going to end here, because I have taken another heading here, so that it's going to get some page structure understandable. Improve accessibility for screen readers. This is also helpful. HTML heading tags. HTML provides 6 levels of headings. I also mentioned in previous video, we are having H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. That is, those are 6 heading tags. mainly while creating our websites, we are going to use this H1 for main page heading, H2 for major section heading, H3 for subsection heading. If we use this main page heading H1, we are not only supposed to use H2 for major section heading. We can also use H4 for major section heading, whatever the thing we want. But to organize our content clearly or to understandable, we are using this H1 to H6, right? While increasing the headings, that is H1, H2, while increasing the heading tags, the font size is going to reduce. That is, we are having for H2 we are having less font size compared to H1. For H5 we have less font size compared to H4, H3, H2, H1. We are having bigger size for these heading tags, right? Basic example: H1 main heading. I have taken these text only for this. I will show that example also in further. Using other HTML tags inside headings. Heading tags can contain additional HTML elements. We are supposed to use one element in another element also. In HTML we don't have any rule that we are supposed to use only single element at a time. We can use another element in that element also. So for these heading tags also we are going to use other tags in that tag. Okay, using span inside headings. Span element is why we use this span means to get some space. See, here I have taken learn span. This is the space which we include in this heading. After this learn we are going to get some space. After that we are going to get this HTML. Okay, I will show you example clearly. You can understand that one. Here I am taking heading tags first. For H1 I am taking heading 1. Like this we are going to have 6 heading tags, right? H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Right, I have taken this one. Now I am going to open this file. See, we got these headings, right? So for H1 we have bigger font size compared to H2. Like that, while increasing the heading tags, the font size is going to reduce. Okay, now I will show you a span example, span element inside the heading element example. Now I will show you paragraph span tag inside this heading. Learn. I am taking some span tag, span element. In this I am taking some text HTML. For this text I am going to use some property like style attribute is equal to color. I am going to apply some font color to this the content which present in this span tag, right? See, here we got for HTML we got text color, this blue violet, right? In this way we can use this span tag in our heading. Now using anchor tag for links. Links can be added inside headings. In headings we can add links also. Example, in H1 I took some anchor tag for some links, that is we want to navigate from one page to another page. We are using this anchor tag. So I took anchor tag in H1 element, and also using strong and emphasize tags. Strong makes text important, emphasizes text. So these are the elements which uses to make text strong and emphasize. right? Example in H3 I took strong element, right? I will show these in examples. Practically we can get clear identification for that using super and sub tags. These tags create a superscript and subscript text. If we see, we are having some subscript, that is for 10th class we are going to write 10 here and th here, right? For that this is known as super class. For that we are using this superscript tag. And for subscript, if we take formulas like O2, H2O, for that we are having H here, 2 superscript and O. For those we are going to use this subscript, right? I will show this also in example using a line break element in heading. Creates a new line, as I also mentioned in previous classes, that is BR is going to use going to break the line in the middle and going to start in next line. The content is going to start in next line. Example, I took this one using mark to highlight text. The mark tag highlights important words. If we took some dictionary or something, some reading books, we are going to get some marking words that we have to recognize. We are going to recognize, right? So for that we are going to use this mark element. Okay, I will show you all these examples. First, anchor tag in H1. In H1 I am taking anchor tag. For anchor tag we are going to take H reference attribute, right? /home.com. I am taking some random URL. I took home as the content which we want to present in the website. See, here we got home, right? While clicking this we are going to navigate to another page. I will change this H1 to H2. You will understand now. See, here we got text bold, right? We have some large text. See, while we change to H2 we are going to reduce the font size, right? Now anchor tag, strong and emphasize elements. This is, I am taking strong tag HTML class, right? See, this is we got in normal form. And HTML class we got some strong, that means we are getting some bold text, like bold text, right? We can see the difference. And next I am going to show superscript and subscript. For this I am going to take superscript position. And for subscript I am going to take H subscript H2 O, right? See, for 10th position I have taken a superscript because this th wants to get on upper side of this text, right? For this H2O I have taken a subscript. And next, a line breaking tag. Line breaking tag means simple first para I'm taking line breaking tag and second para. See, we got first para in first line, second para in second line. If we see this text, we are getting this in heading tags only. We are getting some bold text. We are not getting simple text, right? Mark to highlight the text. We are going to use this mark. Learn. HTML easily, right? See, HTML is going to get marked so that we can easily identify what is the important thing which we have in this sentence. Okay, this is about heading tags, heading elements. Now we are going to get into HTML paragraphs. HTML paragraphs are text containers used to organize written content into readable sections in a web page. So if you want to create some web page that describes product details and all, we are going to give the content in paragraphs only, so that we are going to get section by section, right? A paragraph groups sentences and information together so browsers can display text clearly with proper spacing and structure. If we use paragraphs tags, we are going to get structured content. That is, a paragraph is going to start with some space and going to end with some space, so that we are getting some structured spacing content, right? Why paragraphs are important? HTML paragraphs helps to organize textual information. We are going to use these paragraphs to organize textual information, improve readability. If we have structured information, we can easily read those sentences. Separate content into sections. If we have some space while starting the paragraph and ending the paragraph, we are going to get some sections, content, sections like content, right? So create spacing between text blocks. This is also same. Enhance web page structure. It's going to get some good structure to our web page. Improve user experience. While we have this spacing and all, we are going to get easy experience to read those paragraphs and all. Browsers automatically add space before and after paragraphs. I also mentioned before starting the paragraph and ending the paragraph, we are going to get some space. Creating a paragraph. To create a paragraph, place content between opening p tag and closing p tag. I also discussed this example in previous video only. The content which we have to add in our web page, we are going to keep that content in opening p tag and close, in between opening p tag and closing p tag. Paragraph structure. This is the structure and this is the example. I also discussed this in previous video. Go and check that one. Using line breaks inside paragraphs. As I mentioned before only, we are going to we can add element in another element. So we can also add break element in paragraphs also. I will show this in example. Using headings with paragraphs. We can also use paragraphs while using headings, and also we can also use headings while using paragraphs and all. Lists with paragraphs. While using paragraphs, we can also use list with that paragraph. List can appear before or after paragraphs to organize information. If we have see here, we have some example. Popular web technologies. What are the popular web technologies? Means these are the list of that popular web technologies, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and we have some other also. I have taken some simple example only. So these are looking like some list of the popular web technologies, right? So we are going to place that list after this paragraph. Text formatting inside paragraphs. HTML formatting tags can be used within paragraphs. Formatting tags also we can use. Those are using strong for important text. How we can get the strong the content by using the strong means I have already shown that one. We are going to get some difference between the text while using this strong tag and without using this strong tag also. Strong makes text bold and meaningful. So while using this strong we are getting some bold text, and it's going to show some meaningful information. Using emphasize for emphasize text, uh, usually displays italic text. Italic text means we can get some slant text. That is, by using this emphasize we are going to get that italic text links inside paragraphs. We can use this anchor tag also. Almost maximum max what are the elements which we have used in headings, we are going to use these paragraphs also. Images inside paragraphs, we can also use these images inside paragraphs. Subscript and superscript in paragraphs, we also use this subscript and superscript. I already shown how the subscript and superscript is going to work previously. Default behaviors of paragraphs. Browsers automatically start paragraphs on a new line. So when we start our paragraph, it's going to get the content in next line. Automatically it's going to display that content in next line. Add spacing below, above and above paragraphs. We are going to get some space between two paragraphs or two other elements, or one element and paragraph element. We are going to get some space above and below the paragraphs. Display paragraphs as block level elements. What is this block level elements means? I will discuss this thing in next class. In that class I am going to discuss this point. Nested elements inside paragraphs. These are the elements which we can add. We can use nested elements inside our paragraphs. So I will show you examples. Right. Firstly, I am going to take line breaking tag. Right. See, learn HTML easily. See, if I used this break tag, right? So the text after the break tag is going to get in next line. This is line breaking with paragraph, and using headings with paragraphs. H2. See, H2. It's going to display text like heading, right? We can use these heading tags inside the paragraph also. And list. Popular web technologies. And now I'm going to take some list here. List elements is going to represent by this li tag, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Right? See, the list of the web pages is going to display like list. We can clearly see this list. And also we can use this list elements with paragraph element also. And next one is text formatting. That is, we can use strong emphasize text also. So I'm using this strong tag here. Right. And I'm using emphasize element here. See, we can see the difference between the text. See, while using this strong, we are getting some bold text. While using this emphasize, we are getting italic text, right? And next one is links inside paragraph. Inside paragraph we can also use link, and next one we have images also, link images. This is link, and I'm also using some image also. For images we are going to use src. Right, see, this is a link which we have written, and this is the image. We can use this link and images in paragraph also. And next we are going to use a superscript and subscript in paragraph. Superscript means I also mentioned position, h2, right. See, we can write superscript and subscript tags in paragraph also. These are the elements which we can add inside paragraph tags. That's all about this headings and paragraph elements.